sniped me. That last box.
Try talking to us, sweetie. Hi, Timmy. It's great to talk, so do it whenever you want. Talk, talk, talk. Can't a fairy get any peace? I'm only kidding.
Cool.
I love to talk.
For bigger leaps, jump in the air. That's right. Ignore the rules of physics and jump twice.
That's right. Show us what you got.
Stars can be frisky. You may
Yeah,
have to
okay
squint
then.
to catch them. Off you go, filthy little child.
I thought it was a chocolate star. Oh, well.
Wish
Alright, that was
out
good.
of reach? Try standing on something.
That box looks movable.
I'm gonna save a bunch of time on this,
Or pull to
assuming
move
my
it.
targets don't take like forever. Grab.
Down, what to go? I don't see a star, but that switch looks. That worked. A bookcase moved, revealing a star.
Alright, as long as I don't miss these horribly, I'll save a bunch of time.
Good work, Timmy. You can have up to 3 wishes.
These
at
are like
once,
deceptively
but
hard to hit
only
though,
one at a time. Remember that?
because
Now
there's no
let's
like
go.
aiming on
Get
this,
outta here.
so it's like
Inside the
impossible
final
to hit
exam.
them
It'll be
sometimes.
fun.
Oh my god. Oh my god. There we go. How did that miss? Thank you. Alright, well, it sucks.
Well done, fairy fellow. I mean, fellow fairy. You have.
Would have saved like 15 seconds, but I missed that last target a bunch.
One star down. 2 more and we can grant a wish. If you collect enough crowns, you can spend them at the store.
Yo, Kirch, how's it going? Thanks for the host. Oops, I don't need to pause there.
That's 1 each, except for Wanda. Are the elves
Posted
working
just
for
in time
quits?
for me to start showing off some
it
skips.
chills my blood. Wait, I see a.
Check it out. If I use my card spray gizmo here, I can
Oh my god.
your clubs.
Then you'll have. Voila! Bridge! 4 no trumps. There's the municipal
Hey,
town hall.
start doing some
It's
skips.
house only, so we don't need to go inside. But be sure to look at it because it took someone ages to build.
I just skipped like an entire section there by doing that. And I'm about to do a really big skip here.
I'm sure. If I remember right, this path leads to the fairy dairy. Yay! More cows! Oh, let's go say hi to the cows.
Far away. There we go. Okay, jump over here. This can be a bit tricky to get up here. There we go. Now there's supposed to be a bridge here. Texture isn't loaded, but collision is, so we can just walk right over here. I'm gonna try to get a cutscene skip here. Decently precise.
La la la.
Too late.
Here I am.
I'd be able to skip like all of this.
The ex-royal jester.
Hey, Nani Nani. I mean, yes, thy fruitious bandersnatch.
Give it up, Jester. You're not funny and you're coming with us. You have to give back the royal jewel and stop this nonsense.
Jewel? Nonsense. Not funny. I'm positively mimsy without grade. I just want my job back.
I guess guess it's a fight then.
Why is it always fighting? Hey.
Well, it's better than talking to this weirdo.
Another cool thing that would have happened with that
Switch, change the fountain
that cutscene skip
sequence with the suit he's
is
wearing.
the texture for the boss would have never loaded, so I'd be fighting an invisible boss fight.
Snickersnap, thy vorpal spray has mortally wounded poor queens. Truculent mome rats.
Yeah, losing a lot of time here. Because I missed the cutscene skip and my movement overall was pretty sloppy in the level.
You rippled my wave. Oh, you sliding toes.
Oh well. I can make that all back in this split if it goes well. Oops.
This is the fabled fairy magic muppet.
Okay. Let's save a bunch of time in this split.
That was my sound effect. Look, a star. Got it. Now find 2 more. Hey, we got 3 stars if you count me. 2 if you
Oh, goes over the ladder. I'm too late there. Yeah, that's because my level was really good. If I have a good level, then I can save a bunch of time really easily. But if I don't have a good level, then I don't save a bunch of time.
There's no place to hide.
I can't see anything. Camera just didn't move. Oh, thank you. Sometimes the camera just doesn't move there, and it's hard to tell what you're doing when the camera doesn't move.
Don't let the star panic you into falling. Got 1. 2 more to go.
Yeah, the basis of a few skips in this game is that when you're dashing, you can like jump when you're way off a platform.
Righty, boats. 2 stars. 1 elevator.
Like you don't even have to be close. You can be off a platform for like half a second and still jump. Which leads to a lot of unintended jumps that you can make. Usually it's just tiny time savers, but every now and again it's skips. Like, whoops. Like here it's not a huge sequence break, but it is something they didn't intend you to do.
Skylights and superheroes have a lot of
Now if you want like skips, then I got one coming up right now for you. Usually you'd have to like do a block puzzle here to stop the water, and that would make the elevator go, but we can just stop doing that
Let's jam something under it.
by doing this. And going over here. And that just spawns us inside without having to do the puzzle. Alright, camera here is really bad. You gonna make it? God damn it. If you're not right up at the edge of that ledge, you run out of gas before you can pick up the extra thing of gas there. Like there, I was at the very edge and I still almost missed it.
You can hover up and catch that star sleeping. Got you, you wish star pest! 2 stars in the hand are better than 1. Serious.
Whoops, I want freeze ray. Oh my god.
This crate
Ladders in this game suck.
forget you can push and pull blocks, Timmy.
That's one too little. And this is a bit of a tough jump to make.
Temporarily ice the hench thing, huh? Put him on ice. Whee!
Let's hope I get a second try. Okay, there we go. Oh, I didn't want to get hit there. Believe it or not, I didn't want to get hit there. What was that? I just died in the cut. That was a series of unfortunate events. That's what I like to call that. There's actually momentum to this pogo stick. If you've been walking for a little bit, you go a lot further. So I just hadn't been walking for long enough to get all the momentum I needed. There. I'm actually trying to collect 150 coins by like midway through next level. I think I'm still on track for it. I collect a pack of 50 coins in a little bit, so. Oh.
What sort of word is that? Talk like a...
Alright. Get this. Cool. I have to walk over here, otherwise my gun just won't lock onto that guy and it's impossible to hit him. Don't know why that happens, but it does. Okay, don't want to run into this thing because it doesn't open right away. Got hit out of my ground pound there for some reason.
If memory serves, H2O goes through that door.
Ooh, will memory serve me breakfast? French toast,
Sucks. I didn't push down the L button the entire way there. So instead of bringing up that menu, oops, that's what I want. You can, like, pushing down the L button half of the way just switches you to the next one in the queue. And so I accidentally did that, and then you have to press A to confirm which weapon you want to do. So I just pressed it down half of the way, and then hit A to try and confirm because I thought I'd press it the whole way. Just ended up jumping off like an idiot. Alright, if I don't die at all here, I'll save a bunch of time.
The waterworks, but where's H2 Olga?
She's not here. Maybe we're early.
On the contrary, you are too late, Clift. I have almost absorbed enough water into myself to extinguish the Crimson Chin's power forever. She's huge and overtly melodramatic. You cannot defeat the power of the Phoenix Egg.
Oh yeah, that's what we came for. I knew we were here for a reason.
So, we're just gonna take care of H2 Olga and get out of here, right? You said it, Captain Cosmo. It's Cleftering time.
Alright, see there, I just did the half L press thing. Switched over to freeze ray, which is what I need for this entire boss fight, so. I need to be really careful here, because if you do a dash jump onto a slope, you just start sliding up the slope uncontrollably, and you don't stop sliding until you either hit a flat surface or you fall off. So if I do that and I'm not right in front of a flat surface, I'll just fly off the slope,
Careful, honey.
and that's not conducive to climbing.
You two buttons. I'm gonna hit more switches.
It's like there, I stopped before jumping. Oof, that was close. That was risky. Alright, if this is a clean last segment, then I'll save like a minute and a half probably. Maybe 2. Probably a minute and a half though. Alright, whatever. It didn't lock onto him. There's nothing. Ah.
Remarks now.
Damn. Whatever. I'll still save like 30 seconds. Ah, that sucks though. If that had locked onto him, I would have saved so much more time. I have to wait. Because I can dash jump over these, but if I dash jump onto this, then bad news. Alright, I still saved like a minute. That's cool. I can't skip this cutscene, but once this cutscene ends, I can skip that. There we go. Okay. Alright, so here the story is we're going to try and find sugar to make a magic berry muffin. And we know there's sugar in Dad's dream, but it's turned into this giant robot because of magic, evil TV magic.
Dad's dreaming about a giant robot? What does that mean?
It means he likes giant robots. I mean, who doesn't? Let's concentrate on the job at
And so we need to
boys.
defeat that giant robot to get the sugar.
Up, Timmy.
And how do we do that?
We need to shock him awake. I suggest wrecking his dream.
Do you mean
Or
destroy
rather,
robots?
sorry, my bad.
Sure, it's not
There
bad.
is
He can
magic
even
sugar
really
in the
was.
house, and we need Timmy's dad to get it because we can't for some reason. I forget the exact reason why. And so we need to wake him up because he's asleep because of the evil TV magic.
Yeah, it's creepy. Let's make a wish.
Alright, I'm missing a few coins, so I need to take a detour after I get this skip here first try, undoubtedly. Hardest skip in the game, in my opinion. Not this. This is pretty easy. But this part, it's hard. I'm gonna jump up this wall here, and then I need to jump along this seam. Like that. Alright, that's actually pretty difficult. I'm pretty happy I got that first try.
Well, that's a crummy boat.
If the rest of this level goes well, then I will save a lot of time.
Brain.
Hey, now I gotta grab these coins. That's not good. Grab the ledge for both of those. Alright, grab these coins.
It's sucking your fashion sense.
When I go around the fence to get to the final level or the final stage, I skip the last 2 levels in the game. I skip a space level where Vicky's the final bad guy, and I skip a level where you go against a bunch of really smart monkeys. It cuts like 20 minutes off the game.
Only 1 star till wish time.
For some reason, that wish doesn't have a cutscene.
Here you are, Mr. and Mrs. Mott. Dinner time.
This one does, so we skip it.
Now you can move this metal block with your ultra magic. Dinner time, Mrs. Moth.
Alright, gonna jump up onto this. Do that, skip this entire level. Oops, I can't skip that. There's an all levels category for this game, but there's a skip that there's a skip in the monkey level that skips like half of the level. But there's no skip in the space level, and that's a really long level. So that level takes like actually it takes like about as long as one of these. Where am I going? Right, I remember. I always forget where I need to go. That level takes like 15-ish minutes. I think, maybe 20. So like that level's a bit of a drag, but the monkey level's okay.
This star smells like eggs. Keep it up.
I shoot a metal thing at that frog because that disables him. And frogs eat the moths, and you need the moths to eat the clothes. There is a way to get around that piece of clothing without using that, but it's slower than just doing it that way, so I do it that way. I got a few jumps that save a bit of time coming up here. Nothing that skips like an entire level, but both of them together skip a decent chunk of them. I also got a few sprints around clothings to do. That one's not difficult at all, but the next one is.
Thing is asleep. Stand on it, then klaxon it. It's kind of like waking up your parents on Saturday morning.
This is for GameCube, but it also came out on PS2, which is like the same version of this, and PC, which is a completely different version. Whoops.
Moth food, buddy.
Damn. Okay, this is hard. Oh my god, come on. Should be good. Oh my god, he's just catching me right at the end. Every time. Which is wastes the most time. There we go. Alright, that was bad.
Time your klaxon burp.
And then there's also a port of this game on the GBA, but it's a 2D side-scrolling game, not a 3D game. Like most of the licensed game ports for these things are. Yeah, I agree. This game really doesn't look all that bad. I don't need to focus so intently now that I got that. I got one more jump
Tiny jaws of doom.
right there, which skips another big part of the level. Oops. Yeah, this game, I think this game's actually like, there's a lot of parallels between this game and Battle for Bikini Bottom. They're both licensed games by HQ, or THQ. They both have like some really interesting skips, and both of them are like pretty fun games that probably a lot of people played as a child. This game's prequel, Fairly OddParents Break Into Rules, is not as suited for speedrunning because there's no dash shoes, which makes a lot of skips like really hard, or like just makes it so a lot of skips that you do in this game just wouldn't be possible. And also you can't skip cutscenes, and there also just isn't as much like random tomfoolery in general, so it's like a 2-hour run instead of a like 30-40 minute run. Because the world record for this game is 29 minutes, but it's a really, really good run. It's super optimized. You'll probably take like another 20 seconds off the game. Actually, it might be 28 minutes. I forget. Well, even if you didn't mean well-suited for running, I think it actually is pretty well-suited for speedrunning. And yeah, those clothing things are really annoying, but that's mostly because the hitbox for them is really, really janky. And them being like hard to get away from. Like the hitbox for them extends like twice their size. And so they won't even touch you and they'll still hit you. Okay. Thought I was gonna fall there. Wouldn't have mattered that much, but it would have sucked. Yeah, no. No, don't worry. I got it. I just didn't want to acknowledge that you said it.
Huge wrecking ball with a switch.
Don't worry.
That's generous. Maybe Timmy's dad wants to be wakened up. Hey, that got him. Quick.
Don't you worry, dude. I picked up on the shitty ass pun. I just made the educated decision to not reward that pun with a reaction. That's progress, not skip scene.
Take that, you glorified pilot. He's big. This is a. Take that, you glorified pylon.
Oh, whoops. There we go. That was good. I don't know, I don't think it's that bad to add cutscenes during a boss fight, because you can skip all of them. Other than getting caught those like 3 times by that suit, that was pretty much a flawless level. Other than like some tiny movement stuff, probably.
A yellow star, like the badge of a yellow sheriff. We have to push up. That's one switch. Hurry to the next. A star behind glass. How do we open the cave? Avoid the icy touch of the ghost. Oh, what a cute star. Can we keep it, please?
Okay.
Ah, get away, spooky thing.
This is a bit of a tricky jump, but it saves me from having to push this block like an extra 2. Yeah, I messed that up. There we go. Alright, that didn't save any time because I missed it 3 times, but you know. Okay. Alright, now we've gained the ability to flip gravity, so that's cool. And that's the only wish we're going to be getting in this stage. Usually, you're supposed to get all 3 wishes in each stage, but in a few of these levels, we only get 1. This being one of them. It's this way? I always get it wrong, so I went the opposite way of my first instinct. And got it wrong. The idea was solid.
How can we get across?
There is no floor, and we can't.
Wanda thinks we can't get across.
What's going on here?
That's
We need to
nice.
find clues. Let's collect stars and make a clue finding wish.
I have to get wedged in that corner so I have enough, so I fall slow enough to actually have time to, like, use that. Otherwise, you just fall into the pit and die. Alright, this tiny bit of a tricky jump. Not that bad. Oh my god. I hate that about this game sometimes. Sometimes he'll just grab the ledge for like a second, but not actually like do anything. There we go. Oh my god, my jump didn't go off in time. Ooh, I didn't mean to fall there. Or I mean, I wanted to fall there. That's not good. Where am I? I don't know where I am. There we go. Okay.
We need a
Got lost there for a second.
Oh, I saw a box back there.
Wow.
Can't skip this
Oberon
cutscene.
and Titania had to sell their treasure. It's hard to afford
I think I
treasure
could save
when
like
you're
10
not
seconds
loyal.
if this boss fight goes well.
Sad. Not being filthy rich anymore. Please.
Beware.
I'm sorry. Rich people are great, and this treasure room is really impressive. Please don't haunt me.
There's more to this ghost than meets the eye.
Guess we should fight it and
Ooh,
find out
nice
what.
graphical glitch. Alright, the camera in this boss fight sucks.
Take that.
But trust me. Trust me. Stuff is definitely happening. You just can't see it. Ugh. Except there. Stuff did not happen there. Because this camera was so bad that I couldn't see. Alright, there we go. I'll lose time on this split. That's okay.
Timmy, you hit the ghost just right.
I just wasn't standing in the right spot. That one was my fault. Okay, you have to wait till they go invisible before you can turn upside down and they get hit by that.
That you pungent little wildebeest dropping?
Good work, Timmy. You hit the ghost just right.
Okay, camera actually wanted to cooperate this time. Sometimes the camera just does not want to work. I think that's gonna hit them? Yes. Okay, good.
That really hurt.
Button. There we go. Alright, gonna do a skip here that skips 2 levels, the last 2 levels in this game. First, you dash jump onto here, and get up here, and there you go. Skip right to the final boss. Yo, Mike Mint, thanks for the host. Alright, final boss time. So dumb.
You stunned him with the light. Hit him.
This boss fight is...
You got him.
Now do it again until the muffin cools.
This boss fight isn't hard, but it's occasionally extremely frustrating.
Smarts.
I don't like these shadowy.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get hit. Boom, there we go. No, he hit me. Ah, I got trolled.
A missed opportunity.
Oh no.
Hey, Timmy.
He sniped me with some of the falling debris.
That is enough scary.
The falling debris here is completely random and sometimes just decides it wants to completely screw you over. Alright, losing time. See, like there.
You know the drill.
Missed me. Now you've got to kill
What? Alright, since this is a PB, I'll show the final. That's the final boss, by the way. It is. Since this is a PB, I'll show the final cutscene. But I'm gonna do another run after this. Because the final cutscene's